Hi class. So this is the last module in this course, and it is all about the future. Realistically speaking, I have no idea what the future holds. And do you know anything about the future? No, she doesn't either. Well, the thing is that in the past 10 years we have had developments that have reshaped the media landscape in such dramatic ways that 10, 15 years ago were probably impossible to predict. Who would have known about the advent of social media? Who would have known about how all these developments change the way we interact with our world? In our readings, particularly in the chapter on game changers, you have had plenty of materials about social media, about for instance, the weaponization of social media, or how they have been used by a variety of nefarious groups for nefarious purposes. But this is not something that could have been forecast in 2000, or even maybe in 2005. One of the purposes of this class has been, in general, to make you aware of the trends, of the events, of developments, make you want to read more, make you want to access different types of information, make you curious, basically, about all these issues. So I hope that I was able to expose you to all that, and we're just scratching the surface. We're not really able to penetrate in depth into many of these developments, just because, again, as I said, neither I nor any serious scholar can predict the future with any degree of certainty. One of the developments, for instance, that remain to be seen, what comes out of them, is the changing of the meaning of the word, of the term journalist in the first place. I talked earlier in the class, and you had a whole discussion about that. Who is to be considered a journalist nowadays? Who is professional? And I put it in quotation marks, because to be professional journalist, you don't need to be actually part of an established media. Some of the bloggers have become respected and very thorough and very serious professionals without being part of the New York Times, or you name it. So what's next for that? Who will be the people that will be gaining our information from in the future? What will happen with the media landscape where there is so much misinformation? We live in what has been termed as post-fact world. This is actually even a term in the dictionary nowadays, post-fact or post-truth. What does it mean? I don't like this trend. I'm very worried by this trend, but it is what it is. It is part of what's going on nowadays, and it is affecting global communication, global media, probably more so than any other type of communication, for a very simple reason. The same reason that we discussed the very beginning of this class, which is that the only way for most of us to learn about events happening thousands and thousands of miles away is through the media. We use the media to give us these pictures in our heads. We use the media to learn about what's going on in Syria or Russia, or sometimes even closer, way closer to home. So we depend on quality media if we want to have quality information about all these developments. Again, my hope with this class is that you have developed the curiosity to learn for yourself, to to dig deeper into what's going on, to ask the questions, to ask lots of questions, to ask right questions, to be able to evaluate information, to have the literacy to learn more from the media in the best possible way. And if I have contributed to this, I'll be really happy, and I have considered my mission accomplished, no pun intended, with respect to one former president. Thank you and good luck.